Woo. Let's talk about whips. The use of. Sugar booger. Whips are used to guide and direct. Don't get up around the ears. Stay away from the eyes, the nose. You can touch him on the hip. Look, here, Zeus, come here. Woo, good boy. You can touch on the hip. You can lightly touch in between the hock and the top of the hip, on his side, or at the shoulder. Stay away from the knees and the fetlocks. Never touch him on a joint. Whip can be used as a back scratcher and a fly remover. The horse should not be afraid of the whip. He should respond to it. He should move when he's asked to. Other than that, he shouldn't pay any attention to it. You can use it for a belly rubber, and that shouldn't bother him at all. If you want him to walk, you can kiss at him and push from behind with the whip. All you have to do is point it. If he doesn't move, you can pop it in the air and accomplish it that way. You can change directions by doing the same thing. All you have to do is point. If he moves in toward you, uh-oh, break time. If you want him to trot, all you have to do is push from behind. If he moves in toward you when he's trotting, all you have to do is point at the shoulder and he'll move back out. You don't have to touch him, just point it, and he'll stay out on that circle where he is supposed to be. If he's working well, you can drop the whip, you can cluck. You don't have to overwork this, and you don't have to use the whip all the time. If you want him to change, just bring it over, change hands, point, woo. And he'll make that change all by himself. What you're really doing is you're asking him to do something, and as soon as he starts it, you're going to take away the push with the whip or the guidance and just let him do it. Now, let's talk about feats. Your feats. This horse has been around people long enough that he knows better than to step on you. However, you don't need to be with your foot right here in front of his, begging for him to step on you. That's a bad place for your foot. Horses that aren't familiar or they're uncomfortable with people being behind them, you don't need to be back here, you'll get kicked. He won't do it, but there are horses that will. Same thing, you don't need your foot in underneath of him, inviting him to step on it. That's not his job. Your feet are your responsibility. You can stand where I am now, roughly 2 feet away. And if you walk him, he's not going to step on you. If you make the mistake of getting out in front of him and something frightens them and they jump forward, they're very likely going to knock you down. On the other hand, if you allow yourself to get back here, or you get back, clear back here, and something frightens him and he takes off forward, he's going to jerk you off of your feet and drag you. The proper place to be is with the rope held like this, not wrapped around your hand, so that you can hold on to it. In the middle of his neck, or at his shoulder, or up here at his cheek. Those are the only places you need to be when you walk a horse. Come on. Come on. So if I want him to walk a little faster, I'll wiggle the whip a little bit just to get him to walk. But I don't have to do much more than that. Come on. And I'm someplace where I can see him and where I can watch his movement, so I know where he's going and what he's doing. The biggest mistake most people make, and the reason they get their feet stepped on, is they get right up here on this snap and they want to be right on top of the horse. They want to be right here. And when they get in this position, that front foot behind mine is going to come up, and they very likely will catch you on the back of your heel. That's your fault for being where you shouldn't be. If you stay out where I am right now, and you start him up and walking, there's no chance that he's going to step on you. If something spooks him and he shies into you, you've got some place to go. You can move away from him. You've got all kinds of places to run to. The other problem is don't start walking him like this and not paying attention to where he's at. That's a bad spot. You don't want to be there. Do what I said. Get back here about his shoulder and just walk. That's the safest place you can be, and that's the best place to be.